Have you ever wondered why some men who look great on paper still lose women's interest instantly? It's not about money, status, or even looks. It's about subtle habits that quietly kill attraction. And today, friend, I'm going to reveal 9 of those habits that make a man instantly less desirable, even if he has everything else going for him. You know, friend, one of the most overlooked truths about attraction is that it isn't only about looks, money, or status. Those things might catch someone's eye, but they don't hold someone's heart. Friend, what really builds or destroys attraction are habits, the little day-to-day things that reveal your mindset, your confidence, and your emotional maturity. Friend, a lot of men don't even realize that the things they do unconsciously are quietly pushing women away. And here's the real kicker: these habits often have nothing to do with physical appearance. Friend, they're about behavior, energy, and presence. If you don't recognize them, you might find yourself wondering why women lose interest, why conversations fizzle, or why relationships never progress. Friend, and this is the point where most men lose the game, but you don't have to. So let's talk honestly, because I know you want the truth. Women are naturally drawn to men who embody strength, direction, friend, and emotional grounding. But when these 9 habits creep in, even a man with great potential can suddenly seem unattractive. Let's peel them back one by one. The first one is neediness. Now, friend, neediness isn't about liking someone or wanting to spend time with them. That's normal. But when your whole sense of happiness and self-worth depends on whether she texts you back, whether she validates you, friend, or whether she reassures you constantly, that energy feels heavy. A woman doesn't want to feel like she's responsible for managing your emotions. When a man is needy, it's like he's silently saying, friend, I don't feel complete unless you approve of me. And that pressure makes attraction crumble. Think about it. Do you find it appealing when someone clings so tightly that it feels suffocating? Of course not. Friend, attraction thrives in freedom and confidence, not in constant emotional dependence. You think this is a small detail. Actually, friend, this is the exact reason attraction silently dies. Then there's the habit of laziness or lack of ambition. Women don't need you to be a billionaire or to own a yacht, friend, but they do pay attention to whether you have drive. Life is energy, and a man who has no goals, no fire, no direction can feel stagnant. Imagine a woman looking at you and thinking, friend, if he doesn't care about his own growth, how can he possibly lead us into a better future together? Laziness is a silent killer of attraction because it signals comfort with mediocrity, friend. And that's not in small goals, small daily progress. Show that you're invested in becoming better. That energy is magnetic. The opposite, wasting days scrolling endlessly, friend. Settling for the bare minimum sends the wrong signal and women tune out. Another habit is poor hygiene and neglecting appearance. Now, don't twist this. Women don't expect you to look like a Hollywood actor, friend, but they do expect you to respect yourself enough to present yourself well. Basic grooming, clean clothes, fresh breath, caring for your skin, these things matter more than you think. Friend, when a man doesn't take care of his appearance, what it communicates is, I don't value myself. And if you don't value yourself, why should she? It's not about vanity, it's about self-respect. Friend, confidence begins with how you carry yourself. And the simplest way to show confidence is to look put together. Friend, I'm about to reveal the secret that women never directly tell men. One of the biggest turnoffs is negativity, constant complaining, gossiping, being pessimistic about everything. This energy is draining. Friend, women don't want to feel like they're dating a dark cloud. Sure, everyone has bad days, but if your default mode is to whine, blame others, or always see the worst in situations, it pushes people away. Friend, negativity is contagious, but so is positivity. Think about the kind of man who can smile through challenges, who can reframe setbacks as lessons. Friend, who brings hope instead of despair. That's a man women gravitate toward. So when a man sinks into negativity as a habit, he slowly makes himself unattractive without realizing it. Next, friend, let's talk about poor communication. Some men think that being mysterious or silent will make them more appealing, but silence isn't the same as depth. If you struggle to express yourself, friend, if you shut down during conflict, if you only reply with one-word answers, that doesn't come across as strong, it comes across as emotionally unavailable. Women crave connection, friend, and connection is built on communication. When you can't express your thoughts, when you dodge conversations, when you avoid vulnerability, she feels like she's hitting a wall. Attraction can't grow in silence. Friend, it grows in openness and in the willingness to actually share yourself. Trust me, friend, if you ignore the steps, she'll start pulling away without giving any explanation. Another habit that kills attraction is arrogance. Confidence is sexy, arrogance is repulsive. Friend, there's a thin line between the two. Confidence says, I know my value. Arrogance says, I think I'm better than everyone else. And women notice this immediately. Talking over people, bragging constantly, friend, dismissing others' opinions, treating service staff poorly. All of these are signals of arrogance. A man who respects others, who leads with quiet strength. Friend, who doesn't need to prove himself with loudness, that man is irresistible. Arrogance, though, creates a wall. Instead of pulling people in, it pushes them away. Let's add to that emotional immaturity. Friend, when a man throws tantrums, gives silent treatment, or refuses to take responsibility for mistakes, he comes across as a boy, not a man. Women are deeply attracted to emotional stability. Friend, they want to feel safe in your presence, not like they're dealing with a ticking time bomb. Emotional immaturity shows in the little things: overreacting, being defensive, holding grudges. And here's the truth, friend, no matter how attractive you are physically, if you lack emotional maturity, she won't see you as long-term material. Stability is attractive, chaos is not. Friend, another habit that slowly chips away at attraction is being overly controlling. Men who try to dictate what a woman wears, who she talks to, where she goes, these behaviors don't come from strength. Friend, they come from insecurity. Control masquerades as protection, but women can feel the difference. True masculine strength allows freedom because it trusts in itself. Control feels suffocating. When you trust yourself, friend, you don't need to control her. Instead, you inspire her to choose you freely. That's far more powerful than trying to cage her. And finally, one of the most common habits that make men unattractive is inconsistency. Friend, women notice when your words don't match your actions. If you say you'll call and you don't, if you promise effort and give excuses, if you show interest one day and disappear the next, friend, that inconsistency signals unreliability. Attraction thrives in trust, and trust is built on consistency. Without it, she can't feel secure with you. Friend, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up in alignment with what you say. Consistency is the foundation of respect, and respect is the foundation of attraction. When you put these 9 habits together, friend, you begin to see a clear picture. Attraction isn't about tricks or hacks. It's about the way you live, the energy you carry, and the maturity you bring to the table. Neediness, laziness, poor hygiene, negativity, friend, bad communication, arrogance, immaturity, control, and inconsistency. These are the habits that silently erode a woman's desire. The good news, they're habits, and habits can change. Friend, you believe you're doing everything right, but the real reason is still hidden. Every man has the power to shift these patterns. It begins with self-awareness. Ask yourself, which of these show up in my life? Friend, where am I giving off energy that pushes attraction away instead of pulling it closer? And then take responsibility. Change isn't overnight, but the smallest daily adjustments create massive transformation over time. Friend, when you choose confidence over neediness, growth over laziness, self-respect over neglect, positivity over negativity, openness over silence, humility over arrogance, maturity over tantrums, trust over control, friend, and consistency over flakiness, you naturally become magnetic. Attraction isn't something you chase, it's something you create through the man you become. Women don't want perfection, they want presence, friend, direction, and strength. And when you live in alignment with those qualities, you won't have to wonder whether she's attracted. She will feel it instantly. So the choice is yours. Keep the habits that push her away, friend, or step into the version of yourself that draws her in without effort. The man who chooses growth becomes irresistible. Men, if you miss this point, no matter how hard you try, friend, the attraction won't come back. This is only the surface problem. The deeper truth is what I'm about to reveal. Most people stop thinking at this stage, and that's the biggest mistake. What I'm about to share with you will completely change your perspective. So here's the truth of, friend, attraction isn't something you chase. It's something you create through the man you choose to become. If you keep these 9 habits unchecked, friend, they will silently push women away no matter how good your intentions are. But when you replace them with confidence, purpose, maturity, and consistency, friend, you don't just become more attractive, you become unforgettable. Remember, women aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for presence, direction, and strength. Step into that, friend, and you'll never have to question your ability to inspire lasting attraction again.